Hello and welcome to game 2 of our doubleheader at Jack Coach Park, as that one is grounded sharply to the second base side and an out made. As we look at the lineups here, leading off is Veloci, hitting designated hitter. After that, it's number 16, Maya, in left field. Number 32, Underwood, catcher. Number 35, Seymour at first. Number 19, White at shortstop. Number 4, Polowick at third base. Number 13, Van Ray at second base. Number 23, Elizem at right field. And number 3, Maid at center field. Morrison on the plate, on the mound for this one, as well as 1-1's the count, or 2-1 I think was on his left hand. 2-1's the count. As Morrison is at the dish, 2-2's the count. As Morrison is on the mound, he's also batting designated hitter when he comes up to the dish, but for now he's on the mound, showing off that righty arm. Gotten to a few over from shortstop to first in the first game, but couldn't quite reach on that one. He is at a full count here after recording 1 out so far in this one.
No, it's too hot up there.
Full count here with 1 out in the top half of the first inning. That one hit hard, but foul over the first base side into the parking lot. Hopefully not hitting my car. As we look to resume play, against the 2-hitter in the lineup for the McMaster Marauder, not quite hitting the zone there on a first base runner for the game for the Marauders. Signing up first base, the designated hitter Velucci was out on his first time up, and then that would be the left fielder, former catcher Maya. Evan Morrison now set up against Matt Underwood, and he will start him off with a strike. Getting ahead in the counts, Evan Morrison, the wind blowing out towards left center for this game now. As Morrison looks in and throws the 0-1, that one just down low. 1-1's the count now. Resuming the second half of our doubleheader, you can definitely feel it in the energy in the players as the looping pitch from Morrison just finds its way into the zone. A beautifully put pitch. The 1-2 pitch comes in, and that one's just fouled off. That one hit hard to the first base side, just foul. Kemp not quite getting to it. The count will remain 1-2 here. Swung through and missed. The strikeout recorded for Evan Morrison. A good piece of pitch in there. Exactly what he needed after allowing one base runner on. That will then bring up the 4-hitter, Seymour, the first baseman this afternoon in our 2:30 game here. Sun coming out at Jack Coach Park. Wind yet to die down, really. Always blowing out to center field, as that one is hit hard into center field. Coming in on it to make the grab is Leatherland. He will make the grab, and that will end the first inning. No runs scored for the Marauders heading into the bottom half of the first.
Now up to bat, Adam Leatherland.
Adam Leatherland coming up to lead off for the Waterloo Warriors in the second game here at Jack Couch Park. So far, no action in the top half of the first inning. Marauders not able to do too much with the bats. We'll see what Waterloo can do here as Leatherland works his way into the box and get her going. First pitch comes in, hits him square in the back, and it's a good way to start the game for your Waterloo Warrior. Get a man on base, no outs against. Leatherland, the speed threat especially, not the guy you want to be hitting in this situation. He's going to get up to first base, and I give him 3 pitches before he's over on 2. Coming up now, the pitcher / designated hitter for the Waterloo Warriors, Evan Morrison, the Shohei Ohtani of the team. He's got that nice right-handed pitch and then that sweet lefty swing as the first pitch comes in and is away. First pitch taken away for a ball. He sets him up with a 1-0 with no outs against here. Leatherland's getting thrown back on first. He is definitely a still threat there, so it's a good decision from the Marauders pitcher as we pull him up.
Hey, I didn't say it, so
Marauders pitcher Carter Pond in the game here. First year from Dundas, Ontario. Leatherland goes and there's no throw down. A beautiful head first slide as he makes it in with a no throw, and there's now 2 outs and no strikes against Morrison. He's in a hitter's count here and can really do some damage with a runner in scoring position. The wind's going out to right center field. Pond's now on the mound for the Marauders, getting set up and into his windup. Pitch comes in. That one's smoked up the middle over the shortstop's head, and that will score Leatherland with ease as Morrison rounds first, but will stay there, getting himself an RBI single and starting this game out hot for the Waterloo Warriors. No outs, 1 run scored. Alex Seelman, the catcher, this afternoon making his way up now to keep it going for the Waterloo Warriors and potentially keep the rally going as a hit batter and a base hit leads to an RBI and a 1-run lead for the Waterloo Warriors now. This Pond now throws over again at Evan Morrison, really thinking he's a threat there on our 0-0 count, not 2-0. That one hit hard up the middle and will be caught by the pitcher, thrown over to 2, and they will get that lead out. Getting the lead out, Evan Morrison at first, but Seelman safe at first. 1 out now against the Waterloo Warriors, but a 1-0 lead so far. Skorupski steps up. He's got that power swing for a second baseman.
Which one?
First pitch in to Skorupski just outside. Watched for a ball. 1 ball with 1 base runner on. And then out against now for the Waterloo Warriors.
Yeah, I know, I remember that.
Come on, Carter, let's go.
Yeah, I remember.
Pitch comes in, and that one also not finding the zone. That one just outside, and 2-0.
I don't get all about that. I was just told.
The 2-0 pitch in for Skorupski, not going to be delivered as Pond steps off the mound. Makes it a 2-0 now, still with just 1 out, runner on first base. Morrison not doing too much movement as that pitch comes in and finds the strike zone. Still hitters count at 2-1 here. Skorupski putting himself in a good spot to make some damage and keep this thing going in the bottom half of the first inning for the Waterloo Warriors. Evan Morrison not moving too much on the first base side as the wind is going out to right center. Throw in from Pond, and that one is hit hard by Skorupski going out to the left field side. Left fielder coming in on it for the Marauders, and he will make the catch. No runner advances on the pop out to the left fielder, bringing up Jaden Kemp though with Morrison on first base. We got bad boys and girls for this game now, as there's now 2 outs against, one runner on and 2 outs against now as the wind continues to go out to right center. On with the first pitch to Jaden Kemp, but that one is swung on and well under him. Evan Morrison getting to take 2 for free on a wide turn, but nothing to be had on it. 0-1's the count now to Jaden Kemp. With a runner on 2, a stolen base for Evan Morrison as he walks in for free. Ball now getting set with the wind going right at him, dead center now. As the pitch comes in to Jaden Kemp just outside. The frame job not good enough from the catcher. That will make the count 1-1.
Carter like every once in a while.
1-1 now in our 1-0 game already for the Waterloo Warriors. The pitch will come in, and that one will be swung on, missed.
Hey, nice pitch.
Kemp there sent up a 1-2 count with still just 2 outs. Stepping in, trying to get comfortable now in the 1-2 count with 2 outs against. Runner on second base, scoring position for Evan Morrison. He is fast, but not testing the wheels too much in a game where he is pitching. Although he will run and go to steal third. That one just poked up the first base side from Jaden Kemp. He will beat it out. Tag not made, and Evan Morrison scoring on the swinging bunt from Kemp. He'll be safe at first, and Morrison scoring 2-0 now for the Waterloo Warriors. Definitely not how you draw it up, but works nonetheless. Waterloo playing now with a 2-run lead as Spencer Boyson will come up the left-hander following Jaden Kemp on his weird swinging bunt up the first base side. As the wind is still in favor of the Waterloo Warriors here and their left-handed bats. This one still going out to right center as Pond looks off Kemp on first and will throw an off-speed pitch to open up Boyson. That one getting him frozen up and a strike call. Still 2 outs against for the Waterloo Warriors. The 0-1 in from Pound. That one watched off. 1-1 now. Could very much so have been called a strike, but Boyson with the better eyes and leaves it be. As Pond looks in and gets his next pitch here. 1-1 the count. We'll see how he attacks. Pitch in from Pond. That one outside. 2-1's the count now. Setting up a good spot for Boyson. 1-1 count. 2-1 count.
I was pumping in the scrimmage, but not yesterday.
Pitch comes in, swung on big from Boyson, just ahead of it though. Can't quite get to it. 2-2 now with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. Waterloo putting himself in a good position to make some noise here with the runner on. Kemp stealing on the hit and run attempt, and that one just to the backstop. In baseball news, Tim Wakefield, the knuckleballer that spent 17 seasons with the Red Sox, winning 2 World Series title, passes away at 57. Tragic news in the baseball world, but other than that, the Toronto Blue Jays making the postseason as the 2-2 pitch comes in there, and that one just poked into the center field, left field side, but coming in on it is Meade. Will make the catch, and that will end the first inning. Waterloo up 2-0 as we head to 2.
In case you missed it, Evan Morrison is pitching on the mound. Justin White.
Justin White making his way up now for the Marauders to lead off the top half of the second inning now.
Now up to bat, Anthony Polowick. Now up to bat, McLean Van Ray.
Ball into play. That first pitch swung on and chopped to Reed at short. That will score 1 run for the Marauders, but records the out at first. Waterloo now winning 1-0 over the McMaster Marauders. 2 outs recorded though.
Now up to bat, Kayan Alizin.
Alizim now making his way up for the Marauders. 2 outs now and no runners on. Evan Morrison has a bit more freedom on the mound now, as he got set to throw the first pitch of the at-bat. That one floated in just low, called a ball from the umpire. Morrison getting back on the mound, looking comfortable. The 1-0 pitch down low and away, not caught from the catcher Seelman. Will be 2-0 now with 2 outs against. No one on base still after the bunt and the ground out cleared them. As the pitcher in from Morrison fouled back the first swinging attempt from Alizem of the Marauders. As that makes the count 2-1, and Morrison resets on the mound. Pitch comes in, that one not swung at, but called a strike from the umpire, just catching that top third of the zone. Morrison now with the 2-2 pitch on 2 outs. That one swung on and popped up to the first base side. Foul, no play to be had. Count remains 2-2 with 2 outs still. The 2-2 pitch again in, hit hard to the right field side. Going back on it is the right fielder, Riley Royce, not able to make the catch. That one will one hop, not get over the fence. The throw in will get cut off. Not cut off, and it goes all the way to third, but a 2-out double recorded for the Marauders, resetting the count. Marauders with a runner in scoring position, only down 1 run. Justin Meade, the center fielder, coming up for the Marauders. The tying run on 2 for the Marauders, as we are in the top half of the second inning here, trying to get back into it in the early goings of this one. the in-between speech from the coach may have been effective for the McMaster team, as that one is fanned on, swung through, and just missed. 0-1 the count now. Evan Morrison working to get himself out of this one. He looks in and gets the signs and set to deliver the 0-1 pitch. He enters his windup. That one in, swung on, hit hard. Kemp cannot make the play at first base. That will bring in the tying run, cut off by Morrison. Tie game now in the early goings of this. 2-2. Runner on first base now as that single just finds its way under Kemp's glove.
Off to bat, Nicholas Veloci.
Bringing up Nicholas Veloci, the shortstop from game one, designated hitter for the second game. As Kemp not quite able to get the glove under that. A steal threat there, but no going from Meade. The center fielder has the wheels to make it in. Would expect him to go on this throw here from Evan Morrison. He doesn't. He stays. That one popped up to the right field first base side and foul ball. That one will be 1-1. As Morrison checks on the runner on one. He goes and throw in the dirt, no throw down. Will be 2 balls, 1 strike, and a free stolen base. Still 2 outs here in the top half of the second frame. Definitely a chance to get their way out of it is Waterloo. They can really just need 1 out here, as that one is popped up to the first base, second base side, and calling it off is making the catch is Waterloo, getting their way out of the top half of the second inning, although it is now tied up 2 apiece.
Now up to bat, Sam Reed.
Sam Reed, the shortstop, making his way up now. Watches the first pitch just catch the outside part of the plate. Second pitch in from Pond will be swung on and hit hard to the right field side. That one carrying foul, though, just landing in the spectator area, potentially hitting someone with their umbrellas out. 0-2 the count now to the leadoff batter, Reed. Stepping back into the box, the right-hander facing off against the left-handed pitcher for the Marauders. That one fouled off to the right field side. It's the water cooler for... It's the water of some man standing in the stands. He's got a drenched shirt now as we look to resume play here in the foul balls. Continuing as that one's watched outside for the first ball of the at-bat. 1-2's the count now. Reed working himself into a long at-bat. That one just poked to the second base right field side, coming in as the right fielder, and will make the running catch on it. Not shallow enough was that blooper, and good play from the Marauders nonetheless. That gets the first out of the bottom half of the second inning.
Graduating senior, Luke
Brings up Luke Zettel, graduating senior for the Waterloo Warriors class. With one out, no base runners on. Zettel, the left-handed bat, looking to step in and face off against Bond. As Bond looks in, gets the signal, the wind blowing out to right center. The first pitch swung on and hit hard to the first base side. That'll be caught and stepped on the bag. That will be the second out of the inning. One pitch there from Bond to record the second out. Bring up the third baseman, Liam Kelly, to be another left-handed bat to face off against the left-handed pitcher Pond. Making his way up, and we'll see how he attacks here with 2 outs against Pond. Looking comfortable on the mound so far throughout his 1 2/3 innings of work as that first pitch in there. Strike, freezing up Zettel. Swung through that one. Zettel not quite getting to it. It's Kelly swinging through that one. The left-hander coming up after Zettel. 0-2 now to Kelly. That one will be watched. The eyes from the third baseman on display. Staying alive here on the count. 1-2. Definitely the position he wants to find himself in. Pond, the left-hander, getting into the windup. That one swung on and fouled back by Kelly. Into the football field here at Jack Couch Park in the auditorium in Kitchener. 1-2 the count remains with the wind blowing out to right center field. Pond in his windup. That one swinging bunt picked up by Pond, flipped over to 1, and that will ends the inning. Kelly striking out, and no runs scored so far in the second inning as we head to the top of the third. Tie game, 2-2.
Try to be everything that I can, but sometimes I come out as being nothing. I try to be everything that I can, but sometimes I come out as being nothing. I pray to God that He make me a better man. Maybe one day I'll stand for something. I'm thanking God that He made you part of the plan. I guess I ain't go through all that hell for nothing. I'm always looking up and ripping. It seems like I perfected it. Take it like somebody sent me, ain't nobody better than me. I think that is better than me. Hope you see the better in me. Always end up better in me. I don't wanna reminisce when this type of love don't always come and go. I don't wanna reminisce when this type of love don't always come and go. I don't wanna reminisce when this type of love don't always come and go. I don't
Now up to bat, Mason Maya.
Mason Maya making his way out to the bat now for the Marauders, the left fielder for the second game here. Coming up with the no gloves on, and definitely will be feeling any ball that he hits. As Evan Morrison remains on the mound and gets into his windup. The first pitch and called strike from the umpire. Beautifully delivered from Evan Morrison. 2-2 still the ball game as we're in the top half of the third inning. Another looping pitch, similarly put, and another called strike from the umpire. No balls, 2 strikes. Morrison putting himself in a good situation here in the second half of our doubleheader. That one will be swung on and chopped. Takes a weird hop before getting to Reed at short, but he'll pick it up and make the throw over to Kemp, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Now up to bat, Matt Underwood.
Matt Underwood now making his way up. The lefty stepping into the box to face off against the right-handed Morrison. He gets into his windup, and the first pitch swung through, fouled, and will go down as a strike. 0-1 the count now with 1 out against. That one swung through from Underwood. No balls, 2 strikes. Same situation the last batter was in. Morrison in his windup. That one swung on, hit hard on the first base side. Kemp makes a beautiful diving play on that one. Will get up and make the tag at the bag, making up for last inning and recording the second out of the inning. Kemp showing off the leather.
Up to bat, Ethan Seymour.
Ethan Seymour making his way up now. 2 outs against. Evan Morrison been looking steady in this third inning of work. He gets into his windup in the off-speed pitch. Can't quite find its way down. That's 1 ball now. Second pitch of the at-bat in there, just low. Called ball from the umpire. The 2-0 now from Morrison will be up top and left there. Setting up 3-0 count now. Pitch coming in from Morrison. That one will find the outside part of the plate. Will be called strike. 3-1 now. The count. Morrison now getting into his windup. Set the attack on the 3-1. That one finding its way into the strike zone again. Setting up a full count. Bat has not left the shoulder yet. Of Seymour. Full count pitch comes in, floated in just up top, will be walked on the full count. 1 runner on, still 2 outs against for the Warriors.
Justin White.
Justin White now making his way up for the Marauders. First pitch in to Justin White will be skipped in the third, and no play to be had, no running going from Seymour. Remains on first base as they're now just 1 ball, no strikes against. 2-2 ball game still as that pitch comes in. That one's also watched down below. The 2-0 now in, looking to not get too far behind in the count, but not call the strike from the umpire. That one's 3-0 now. 2 outs again still. That one finding the outside part of the plate. 3-1 the count now. Umpire giving Evan Morrison a little something. 3-1 with 2 outs. Still a runner on first base. White swinging on that one, chopping it to Kelly at third. He'll pick that one up and gun it over to 1. Not in time. That will be a safe call, as that was not a hard hit ball to the third base side. Still 2 outs, 2 runners on.
Out to bat, Anthony Holloway.
Polowick, the left-handed bat, making his way up to face off against Evan Morrison. Checks off the runner on 2 and enters his windup. The first pitch swung on, just chopped off the ground. Morrison picking up, will run it over to 1 himself. No throw to be made as he ends the inning. No runs scored as we enter the bottom half of the third inning. 2-2 ball game.
Now up to bat, Adam Leatherland.
Adam Leatherland making his way up now to lead off the bottom half of the third inning. A left-handed bat with a big speed threat coming up as car alarms are going off. First pitch in from the Marauder pitcher Pond, who stays in the game, is up top and called the ball. Second pitch in to Leatherland will be fouled off and hit down the first base side. Leatherland now working with a 1-1 count as the pitch comes into from Ponds. That one fouled back to the backstop. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Pond now getting set with the 1-2 pitch. Delivers that one just in the dirt. That one will be down low. Watch from Leatherland. 2-2 with the count. As Leatherland makes his way back into the box to face off against Pond to get ready. Wind going straight out to center field. That one swung on and hit straight out to center field. Going back on it. This one's carrying and over the fence. Just barely getting over the fence. That one definitely a week-long trip in the air and finally making its way over the fence. That's a solo shot for the leadoff hitter, Adam Leatherland. 3-2 ball game now here as we are in the bottom half of the third inning, coming into the dugout. Bringing up Evan Morrison. Morrison, the type of guy you expect to have that pop, and Leatherland showing him how it's done on the 2-2 count, sending that one over the fence, and really riding the wind created here at Jack Couch Park as there's 1 ball. No strikes against. Second pitch in to Morrison. Outside again, watch. 2 balls, no strikes. The Marauders taking their time a bit now, slowing the pace down. They were working fast, and fast clearly didn't work as Leatherland made his way around the bases on the home run as the 2-0 pitch comes in. Swung on, hit hard by Evan Morrison down the right field side, staying fair. That one 2-hopping the wall. He'll round first and go into third and stay at 2. Not going over to 3, and will hit a stand-up double and dig the grave of the Marauders as he gets in. Still no that's recorded, and now that's recorded, and Alex Samlin coming up with an Evan Morrison on second base. A chance to really blow this thing open and get that 2-run lead back in the Waterloo Warriors' favor. Up 3-2 currently. Sealman, the catcher, coming up. The right-handed bat looking to face off against the left-handed Pond. Wind still going out to right center. The first pitch just outside, watched from the catcher, Sealman. 1 ball, no strikes. As the pitcher for Marauders, Pond, looks off Morrison 0-2, gets set to throw, and that one hit hard down the left field side. That one carrying big time, but not staying fair. That one landing on the highway. Watch out for your windshield that's driving down the 7. As Sealman stepping back into the box, you know he wants to connect on one like that again on a 1-1 count now instead of 1-0. hitting that one against the wind too. Still getting the carry. That one swung on and just poked on the first base side. No play to be made on that one as it goes foul. Searman really looking to get that lead expanded here in the ball game, facing off against the Marauder pitcher Pond. He looks in and gets that choked up a little bit more with the 2 strikes. Pitch comes in. That one swung on and fouled straight back over our heads here at the booth. Count will remain 1-2. As he makes his way back into the righty batter's box in the plate here, as Pond looks in, gets a sign, and is set to get into the windup. Checking off Morrison on 2. Pitch comes in. That one up top, still fouled right at the dugout from Sealman. 1-2 remains the count again, as Sealman's just working this thing. As we're all resetting our positions, getting some more baseballs going, and umpire getting back into his spot, calling out 1-2. Pond looking to work some more. Stepping out is Sealman. As we look to resume play, getting into these windup is Pond. The 1-2 pitch in, fouled back up again, remains 1-2. Sealman can't quite get the ball to stay in play right now. Throwing pitches that are hittable is Pond. Let's see how Sealman approaches here with a 3rd straight or 4th straight 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit hard up to the right field side. That one will be backed up on and camped under. Morrison tagging up and will make his way over to the third base side. 1 out recorded now on the sac fly from Sealman. Morrison on 3rd and potential to come home and represent that 4-2 run as we are still in a 3-2 game. Sean Skorupski with the power bat at second base. Skorupski, the second baseman, with more power than any second baseman I've seen in my life, in the mound right now. Pounding lefty, swings and he hits it hard on the ground to the shortstop. He'll pick that one up and gun it over, not in time. That'll be safe on the infield single. Records the RBI, and Evan Morrison represents the 4-2 run.
Off the bat,
Jaden Kemp now making his way up to face off against the Marauders and potentially do some more damage with 1 out against and a Skorupski on first base. As he looks in and is prepared. Pond checks over on 1. Skorupski running on the pickoff attempt. He'll get down and looking like Ricky Henderson, stealing the base anyways. My goodness, Sean Skorupski showing off the wheels on that one. Safe at 2. Stolen base for him. As he now gets his lead at second, looked at by Pond, not attempting a throw over as he will get the pitch in for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Kemp wants to get the bat on this one and join the offensive action that Waterloo's been bringing. As Pond looks over on Skorupski on 2. A couple times now. This pitch comes in. That one swung on outside. Kemp wants it bad right now. 0-2 is the count. Just 1 out here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Waterloo scoring 2 runs. This pitch in from Pond. That one outside, poked hard. A terrific diving attempt from the first baseman. In and out of his glove. Won't be in time. Kemp recording an infield single on a hard hit. Hard hit line drive to the first base side. They always say the third base side is the hot corner, but the first base side just as close. And when you get batters that push the ball as hard as Kemp can, it's just as hot of a corner, bringing up Poison to face off against Ponds. The lefty on lefty matchup with a runner on first and a runner on second, with still just 1 out recorded for the Marauders. Throw back over to 2. A terrific pickoff move will get Skorupski in time. He timed that excellently and will get the lead base runner. 2 outs now against Voisin batting with 1 on. Terrific pickoff move from the left-handed pond, getting a Skorupski out on second base. Now it's just count on 1 and Voisin the lefty. The dish as the beautiful off-speed pitch comes in from Pond. He's really finding his groove here after giving up the 2 runs. Now gets on the mound with 2 outs recorded now. Throw over to 1 and Kemp, not the type of runner to take a big lead. That will be safe 9 times out of 10. As Pond looks back in and focuses on the task at hand, Spencer Voisin. Pitch comes in and swung on and chopped up the middle. Second baseman coming over, making the play on it. Will throw over to 1 and make the out in time, ranging over to the second base bag, making the out. Score will be 4-2 for your Waterloo Warriors.
Top to bat, McLean Van Ray.
McLean Van Ray making his way up for the Marauders to keep this game going as we're at the top half of the 4th inning. Evan Morrison remains on the mound. The first pitch in from him will be a strike, finding the top half of the zone. 4-2 ball game for the Waterloo Warriors, putting on 2 runs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The second pitch from Morrison off speed, not quite finding the top half of the zone. Morrison slowing down a little bit here with the 1-1, stepping off and getting the signs again. Now entering his windup for the 1-1. That one not quite getting its way down. A lot of pitches up in the zone right now for Morrison. That one 2-1. As he looks to keep the pace going, he enters his windup here. Swung on and chopped hard to Reed at short. He'll have to jump up and make the grab. No play to be made on the slow chopper. Infield single for the Marauders to start off the 4th inning.
Top to bat, Ian Allison.
Allison now making his way up for the Marauders to face off against Evan Morrison, the right-handed bat. Getting settled in the box. First pitch in for Morrison, outside fastball, just catching that part of the plate. 1 strike, no ball against, 1 runner on. Now Waterloo has a proficiency for turning 2, so we'll keep our eye on the runner at 1 and see what he does here. As that one is roped into left field, hit hard. A diving attempt, not going to be able to make the catches. Coming around third base for the Marauders on a stand-up double. No throw to be made as they'll be held, and the run will score. 4-3 ball game now. Marauders getting an RBI double on a rope hit out to left field. No No outs against. No outs recorded. Evan Morrison on the mound working now with one run
Justin Meade.
allowed in the inning and a runner on second base facing off against Justin Meade. The speedy center fielder for the Marauders. See how Morrison handles this. That one swung on and popped up to center field. Coming in on it, it's one of the Warriors. The second baseman making the play out and making the catch, recording the first out of the inning for Waterloo. Right, that they definitely needed to catch.
Nicholas Veloci.
Veloci coming up now for the Marauders, the right-handed designated hitter. Working now with one out and a runner on two. Evan Morrison looking to sit him down and work his way out of this one. A quick hole he found himself in, but nothing he can't work his way out of. One run allowed, though, in our 4-3 ball game as the first pitch off speed swung through from Veloci. Wind still blowing out to right center field, and the game still at 4-3. That one swung on and fouled hard to the first base side. No play to be had, as it lands just in that crowded area, and Veloci going down 0-2 in the count with one out against. Veloci looking in, set to face off against Morrison. Someone's got a loud car on the highway as that one is swung on and fouled back into the parking lot. 4-3 ball game here as Morrison is working in the top half of the fourth inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch comes in. That one's chopped hard to Reed as short. He'll pick that one up and throw over to 1. This one in time. Runner will advance over to 3, and 2 outs will be recorded. Waterloo find themselves definitely in a precarious spot.
Mason
Maya, the catcher left fielder, making his way up. 2 outs, but if he puts a ball in play, there's a good chance that runner on 3 can score. As Morrison gets into his windup, first pitch swung on, missed from Maya. 1 strike recorded. Morrison getting set back on the mound. Looks to enter his windup, and that one just skipping off the ground. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs are recorded for the Waterloo Warriors here in the top half of the 4th inning. Looking to get out of it is Evan Morrison as he does a little circle around the mound and looks in, receiving the signs. Enters his windup for the 1-1 pitch. That one looping in the zone. Beautifully put by Evan Morrison. 1-2 count now. Morrison finding himself ahead in the count. He enters his windup here. And that one skipped off the ground, much like the other ball he threw in the at-bat. 2-2 the count now. 2 outs. Morrison looking to get himself out of the 4th inning and preserve that 1-run lead Waterloo's working with. Takes a deep breath and enters the windup. The 2-2 pitch in outside. Sets up a full count now to Maya. Full count, 2 outs. Evan Morrison shakes off 1 pitch and gets the sign. 3-2 pitch, swung on and hit up to center field. That one will be a base hit single, recording a run as Alezum comes in and represents the tying run in this ball game. It's a good piece of hitting there from the Marauders.
Matt Underwood.
Bringing up Underwood, the catcher for this afternoon game. 2 outs still recorded. 1 runner on, but game's tied. That one chopped hard to the first base side. That will allow the runner to go from first to third, and he won't make it in time. Gets picked off by the throw. We got a little game of picker here at third base. The Waterloo Warriors playing this effectively, and they will record the out and getting themselves out of the inning. Morrison will be the one on the cutout, but 2 runs allowed as we head to the bottom half of the 4th. Morrison not happy. 4-4 is the ball game.
could be going in after this batter. Yeah, so I never know.
Now pitching, Joshua Collins. Up to bat, Justin Sargison.
Sargison, the lefty batter, making his way up to start off the bottom half of the fourth inning for the Waterloo Warriors. A new pitcher on the mound for the McMaster Marauders, Joshua Collings, the right-handed pitcher, making his way up. Different look for the Waterloo Warriors now, as they were facing off against a left-handed pitcher in Pons the whole game so far. He would exit the game 3 full innings and 4 runs allowed. Setting up Coleman, the 5'8" pitcher on the mound. Delivers a first pitch ball to Sargison. Second pitch and swung on big from Sargison. He wants that one. He wants to take it to the new pitcher. 1-1 the count now. As Coleman gets into his windup and throws a nice pitch, just hitting the zone down the middle.
He throws like a hard changeup and then a short changeup. He doesn't do it on purpose.
Coleman, a 4th year from Vaughan, Ontario.
No, changeup again.
Working against Sargison. He'll pepper that one outside. 2-2 the count.
Oh, 69. Changeup. Dude, his fastball's like high 70s.
Hitting that one up the middle, Sargison. That one called off by the shortstop. He'll camp under and make the grab for the Marauders. That's 1 out recorded here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tie ball game still.
Now to bat, Luke Zettel.
Luke Zettel now making his way up. Another left-hand bat for the Waterloo Warriors lineup. The left fielder has had to make some diving attempts so far in the field. He'll take the first pitch for a ball. 1 out. He's playing with here. As Coleman set with the pitch, he'll tattoo that one out into right field. Hard hit single as Zettel will round first as the throw comes in. Putting a runner on first base for the Waterloo Warriors with 1 out, bringing up Liam Kelly for the Waterloo Warriors. Another left-handed bat in this lineup for them. There will be a pinch runner, Sam Shepard, it looks like, coming out to replace Zettel.
Pinch running, Sam Shepard.
Day done for the lefty Zettel. Working his way back, telling Liam Kelly some strategy against the right-handed pitcher Coleman. As he gets an ovation and handshakes from all the boys in the dugout. Sam Shepard taking his lead at 1, the pinch runner.
It might have been. I don't know.
First pitch in from Coleman will be watched for a strike from Liam Kelly. That one just hitting the outside part of the plate.
I think. Because sometimes, that's not a fastball. Sometimes he told me that he tries to throw a changeup, but then he throws it too
his
hard.
lead, then left off by Coleman. He'll throw back over to 1 and not in time. Safe at first is Shepard. 1 out and a 0-1 count. What we're working with right now, Liam Kelly at the dish.
I promise you, if he throws a fastball,
Facing off against Coleman for the Marauders. He enters his 0-1 windup and how on a inside pitch just making its way in.
He told me he might throw slide or probably one of his next items. I don't know if he actually is though.
Throw over to 1 again. Sam Shepard making his way back in. Coleman Coleman getting set with the pitch. That one behind Liam Kelly, and will be one free bag at least for Sam Shepard. Rounding 2 big time, but not threatening. Now 1 ball against Liam Kelly, a 1-2 count. As Coleman went from going inside to behind Liam Kelly on that one. Just a little off with the pitch. 1 out recorded here in the 4th inning.
You just leave it in your pocket.
Coleman looking in, set to throw the 1-2 pitch here with 1 out. Goes in his windup, and that one inside again. Was called a strike earlier, but it's now called a ball.
I think that was a fastball.
As Liam Kelly looks in and is set for the pitch. Coleman on the mound, looking back on Shepard on 2. Taking a second peek and gets into his windup here. That one fanned on and missed from Liam Kelly on the outside pitch. That's a second out here on the strikeout. Adam Leatherland now making his way up, hitting a solo shot earlier in this game to dead center, the deepest part here of Jack Couch Park. Yeah, he made it work anyways. The lefty really getting hold of it. Does not have the wind advantage this time. The flagpole in center field. Kind of just downwind dying here. It's the first pitch in. Swung on hard. A big cut from Leatherland. Leatherland seeing the pitch and understanding what he's got to do here. Runner on 2 and a chance to really do something here with 2 outs, 1 strike against. Pitch comes in, watched outside, 1-1 the count.
You hear that?
The lefty Leatherland stepping back into the dish. His 1-1 count. Sam Shepard, of course, on second base, 2 outs against the Waterloo Warriors. As Coleman gets into his delivery, that one will be chopped hard to the first base side, not quite beating out is Leatherland. That will end the 4th inning. No runs scored as we head to the 5th, 4-4.
Now pitching for the Waterloo Warriors, Robbie Price.
Robbie Price making his way up to the mound, playing against the Great Lake Canadians earlier this week. We'll see what he can do in some regular season action against the McMaster Marauders. Change up at shortstop here. Reed out, Grant in for the Waterloo Warriors. Sam Grant making his way to his short, and we will have a defensive change. Sam Shepard making his way out to left to replace Saddle. A few more defensive changes for the Waterloo Warriors as we'll be rotating players in and out here in the final 2 innings of, I guess, 3 innings here against the McMaster Marauders. As we are going to 7, we'll see the full 5th and 6th at least. If Waterloo can take a little lead, we won't have to see a bottom half of the 7th.
Ryan Seymour.
Seymour making his way up to lead off the 5th inning of the game. Your right-handed bat facing off against Robbie Price, the new pitcher for the Waterloo Warriors. The first pitch in, hit hard down the left field side. That one's going to one-hop the fence and will be a ground rule double. Starting up hot against the new pitcher is the Marauders. They look like they got their bats ready to play in the second game. Something their coach told them in between the games really got them going and fired up. Bring up Justin White after that.
Now bat, Justin White.
Runner on 2 and no outs recorded yet. Price finding himself in a hole immediately as the first pitch in is foul. It's hit hard, foul to the first base side. Kemp going at it and making the grab. Runner not tagging up from second base. That'll be 1 out and runner remains on 2.
Now to bat, Anthony Holloway.
Holloway making his way up now for the Marauders of McMaster in a 4-4 ball game. 1 out recorded so far on the pop-up to the first base side, just foul, and 1 runner on 2 on a ground rule double to start off the 5th inning. First pitch in is a ball. As Price is hearing some yelling coming from both dugouts and looks to get set with the 1-0 pitch. That one swung on, fouled back. That's a strike recorded. Holloway, the left-handed bat, facing off against Price, the right-handed pitcher. That one off-speed pitch, not quite finding its way into the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Price looking in, getting the sign for the 2-1. Still just 1 out here in the top half of our 5th inning. He enters his windup, and that one swung on, hit hard, right back up to him. They'll freeze up the runner between second and third and play a little pickle. Throw in, not in time. He'll slide into 2 and be safe. Not too sure why they didn't just let that ball go to the second baseman and tag him out, and why that got stolen by the third baseman, Grant. But runner on first and second now with still 1 out. A play that had out written all over it, a comebacker right to the pitcher, but Waterloo making a mental mistake on the base pass on defense. Send up McLean Van Ray and 2 runners on and 1 out. Waterloo definitely not going to be happy about that one, and it sets up a good position for the Marauders as that one's hit hard into right field, but camped under and making the nice jumping grab, no tagging up, and throw comes in. 2 outs recorded now, and Waterloo find themselves in a much, much, much better situation now. Runners on first and second, 2 outs against. Price working, though, and working well.
Now to bat, Kayan Elson.
Alzen making his way up now for the Marauders. Chance to really do something here with runners on first and second, but 2 outs on the board. First pitch in. Ball call from the umpire. For Waterloo, these will be some of the more important at-bats of the game here, preserving the tie game and not allowing anything more as Price looks off the runner on 2 and gets that with the pitch. That one inside, called a strike, catching the paint. 1-1 with 2 outs. Price working. Wind going out towards dead center field now. As that one just watched up top. 2-1 now to the Marauders. Alesam. As he steps in, the right-handed bat. Set to face off against Price here. So he looks off the runner on 2, gets set with the pitch. That one hit hard to the second baseman. Grant will bobble the initial pickup and no outs to be had. 2 outs against. Any bag would have worked and sent them out of this inning, but bases will be juiced. And coming up now, the speed threat, Maed.
Up to bat, Justin Meade.
Meade, the left-handed bat coming up. 2 outs recorded for Waterloo. Any bag will get the job done and end the inning, but bases loaded, not the situation they want to find themselves in. The first pitch in from Price, a strike down the middle. 0-1 to Meade. Situation Price wants to find himself in. He looks in and gets the sign. Wind still blowing out to center field. Not what Waterloo wants right now. Pitch comes in, and that one off the ground. Good block there from Seelman to keep that one in front and away from the backstop. 1-1 the count now with 2 outs. As Price looks off just about every runner here. Pitch coming in and sails up top for a ball. 2-1's the count. Robbie Price trying to work his way back into this one. Going behind in the count. Looking in, getting the signs. Set to throw the 2-1 pitch. The hitter's count. Watched up top for a 3-1. Not the situation you want to find yourself in if you're a Waterloo Warrior player or fan. 3-1 count, bases loaded, 2 outs, tie ball game. Robbie Price feeling the pressure. Pitch comes in. That one a beautiful strike, put right where he needed it. 3-2's the count, freezing up the batter Meade. Full count with the bases loaded. Runners will be going. This pitch from Price will determine a lot in this game. Comes in, swung on by Meade, misses it. The strikeout recorded by Price. No runs allowed in that top half. Score will remain 4-4. We head to the bottom half of the fifth.
Silver Mazda with the license plate CRWD 502. Please report to the press box. Once again, a silver Mazda with the plate CRWD 502. Please report to the press box.
Evan Morrison making his way up to the dish now.
Now off the bat, Evan Morrison.
Set to face off against Coleman, who stays in the game for the Marauders. Still 4-4. First pitch in, a ball to Evan Morrison. Trying to break the tie and get the Waterloo Warriors ahead. Evan Morrison coming up, leading off in a 4-4 game. Bottom half of the fifth inning. We are only going 7, so this matters that extra amount, as it's now a 1-1 count to Evan Morrison. The pitch coming in outside, but catching the outside part of the plate, hearing it from the Warriors lineup as that one goes to 1-2. Morrison's definitely going to be swinging the bat, and he does. Outside pitch, he can't quite catch up to it. Strikeout to start the fifth inning.
Off the bat, Alex Seelman.
Bringing up Alex Seelman, the catcher. Hit a ball hard earlier, but foul. We'll see what he can do here. No runners on and 1 out recorded, facing off against the Marauders. Coleman on the mound. Gets set with his first pitch, and he'll hit him. Wearing it like a badge as he makes his way over to the first base side. 1 out recorded, and 1 runner on now for Sean Skorupski.
Not bad. Sean Skorupski.
Skorupski looking to get some barrel on this one and really get the game going for the Waterloo Warriors here. Break this 4-4 stalemate we found ourselves in, and with 1 out and a runner on 1, there's a good chance that happens as he chops that one hard on the third base side, but foul. Both runners would have been safe if it remained fair. That one, very slow chopper, just not quite in the field of play. A little early on it was Skorupski, and he'll make his way back. Hopefully looking to hit the ball a little harder on this one and get it in the air. Still with Seelman on first after being plunked by his pitch. Second pitch in, Skorupski bat stays on the shoulder on a up and away one. 1-1 the count now with 1 out. Skorupski looking in, ready to face off against Coleman. He'll throw over to 1, and a good pickoff as Seelman was getting his secondary lead in, but dives back in and shows off the agility. As Skorupski makes his way back into the dish. Set to face off against Coleman. 1-1 is the count. 1 out recorded in the bottom half of the 5th inning here. Only going 7, so these innings do matter a lot. And every out recorded now matters tenfold. As you throw over, not in time to get Seelman, he'll dive in. Skorupski now looking in, set to face off against Coleman. We'll take that pitch up top, 2-1. Jays losing 8-3 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. As Skorupski now steps in, 2-1 count. Definitely has the advantage on this one. Swings through and doesn't quite get that one. No throw down to first base on Seelman. They're really trying to get him out on a pickoff. 2-2 with 1 out. Skorupski stepping back into the box and looking to get comfortable, facing off against Coleman. Skorupski taking his little lead and walks back over as Skorupski takes a quick second again. Stepping in for the 2-2. Coleman will deliver the pitch, and that one will be hit into the right field side. Camped under it is the right fielder for the Marauders. He makes the easy grab, and there's now 2 outs recorded.
Not bad. Jaden
Kemp making his way up now and looking to open this thing up for the Waterloo Warriors. 2 outs against, though. He's definitely going to have to play protect here. Runner on first base is a good sign for them, but what they do with it will matter more as he steps in. Kemp, the right-handed bat, looking to get this thing going. Coleman throws over to 1, trying to end the inning on a pickoff attempt. Not in time, though. Seelman diving in. Seelman taking off from first. The throwdown will not be in time, but the tag in will be better. Seelman not with the best of slides, but sending your catcher with 2 outs, definitely a decision for Waterloo. We head to the top half of the 6th inning. Tied 4-4 still.
Once again, the owner of a silver Mazda with license plate CRWD 502, please report to the press box. Now pitching for the Waterloo Warriors, Carson Hepburn.
Carson Hepburn making his way to the mound now for the Warriors. He'll warm up and get set to face off for the 6th inning.
up to bat, Nicholas Veloci.
Nicholas Veloci coming up now for the Marauders of McMaster, the right-handed bat. Coming up to face against Hepburn now for the Waterloo Warriors. The first pitch in from Hepburn. Called strike. Hepburn in that big windup again. That one off-speed catching the plate and called strike from the ump. 0-2 the count. Oh, 2 hit hard to the second base side. A broken bat base hit cannot quite be caught from Skorupski as he is down and injured. Not looking good. Getting the entire athletic training staff out there for him, telling him to stay down. And we'll be back with you when we get more news, hopefully good news about Sean Skorupski. Sean Skorupski making his way back up, looking a lot better now and doing some jumping around and walking off on his own power. Looks like he might even stay in the game here and gets a quick drink of water and takes a spot at second. Staying in the game and looking good, Sean Skorupski. Thank goodness he's okay. Not very often do you see a player go down like that and then get right back up and stay in the game, but hey, Sean Skorupski's built different. He remains in.
Now to bat, Mason Maya.
Mason Maya now in the game, maybe cooling off the bats a bit for the Marauders, using that little break to their advantage, hopefully. Hepburn remains on the mound. We'll see what Carson Hepburn can do here after a little bit of a break. No outs and a runner on one. And he opens up with a fastball that doesn't quite catch the plate, and he acknowledges that, and he's ready to go back at him. As Hepburn now gets set on the mound. That pitch finding its way into the zone. Beautiful pitch. 1-1 now. Hepburn finding that spot. Runner on first, no it's recorded yet. 4-4 still the ball game here in the top half of the 6th inning. Runner goes and Seelman dropping the strike. Luckily still called a strike, but runner will advance to 2 for free. 1-2's the count now. Hepburn looking in, getting his sign, twisting up against Mahia. Pitch comes in, looping, sits him down, completely frozen up. The strikeout on the 1-2 pitch. It's the type of stuff you can expect to see from Hepburn, those looping pitches that just tail away from his hands.
Matt Underwood.
Facing off against Matt Underwood, the left-handed batter. We'll see how much he goes front door against him, so much he attacks that back door, and overall just how Hepburn attacks. Hepburn, one of the more fun pitchers to watch, maybe in the entire of the OUA. Opens him up with a strike just on the bottom part of the zone. As he looks in at the lefty who's getting set, knows the pitch, and enters the windup. Runner goes, and the hit and run is on that one. Just poked foul down the third base side. Had trouble written all over it if it were to land fair, as the hit and run on was effective, but instead it's now 0-2. Marauders trying a lot of stuff to try to break the stalemate here and get into this game. 4-4 tied ball game in the top of the 6th inning. (0-2) from Carson Hepburn. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Will be picked up from Seelman. Fouled off by the batter. He'll get another chance here to keep it going. Matt Underwood returning to the box to keep the battle alive against Hepburn. Still a 0-2 count. As Hepburn is set now with the 0-2 wind up. Checking off the runner on 2. Pitch comes in, and that one just washed low. No swing from the batter. 2-1 the count. 1-2 the count, excuse me. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Pickoff attempt 2-2, not in time. Throw just a bit up. Would have had him, but not quite there. 1-2 remains the count. 1 out still. Top half of the 6th inning. Thrown against Matt Underwood, the left-handed batter. As Hepburn checks off the runner on 2 again, gets up with the pitch. That one hit, fouled up to the home team dugout, bouncing off the roof and into the crowd. 1-2 the count. Nothing changed quite yet on these foul balls and pickoff attempts. 4-4 still ball game. Hepburn making his way back to the mound. 1 umpire retiring to shoot. As we look to resume play here and get her going. Underwood looking out to Hepburn on the mound as he looks to get into his form and challenges to 2, but no throw made. He'll step back on the mound, get comfortable. That probably won't take too long. As Hepburn looks in, gets his sign, and gets into the 1-2 windup. That one swung on, hit into right field, going back on its Waterloo defender, and not making the catch. He's pretty sure voicing out in the right. That one will be thrown in, and no throw home from Starepsky. That'll break the tie. 5-4 for the Marauders on the deep double from Underwood. That one bringing up Seymour with a runner on 2 and still just 1 out. 5-4 now is the ball game.
Back, Ethan Seymour.
Ethan Seymour looking to extend what the Marauders have started up here. 5-4 ball game. Waterloo with their first real deficit of the game. They've, of course, gone down once or twice early on, but a strike call to Seymour with 1 out here and a runner on second base. A RBI double for the Marauders batter, Underwood. Hepburn now looking to face off against Seymour. Limit the damage. As that one's outside in the dirt. 1-1's the count now. As Seymour gets into the box and set to face off against Hepburn. Hepburn looks in and shakes off the first pitch. Will throw this one. The 1-1 comes in and it's chopped hard to Liam Kelly at third base, but hugging the line and going over it. Foul ball, 1-2. Seymour working his way back, picking up his bat and getting warmed back up. Stepping in a little box as the right-handed batter, facing off against the right-handed Hepburn. As Hepburn steps off and requests the pitches again. Playing with the timing just a little bit here as there is a runner on 2. With 1 out against. The 1-2 pitch thrown in and skipped off the dirt. That will be 1 free base, and the runner going from second to third is injured on that. He will be hobbled and limping his way over. Two and 2 the count. He stays over on third. That's Underwood catching this afternoon, probably feeling it in the legs just a bit. As the infield comes in for the Warriors, trying to limit the damage here. 1 out against. As the manager's coming down to talk to the umpire. As Brandon McMurray comes into the game.
In for 32, pinch running, Brandon McMurray.
The second year from Fenelon Falls, Ontario, pinch running. Replacing the injured Underwood. Seymour stepping back into the box. Infield remains in for the Waterloo Warriors with just 1 out here in a 2-2 count against Seymour. Hepburn set to deliver. That one catching the outside part of the plate, sitting him down with a strikeout. 2 outs now in the top half of the 6th inning. Hepburn trying to work his way out of this one. Bringing up Justin White for the Marauders. Hepburn looking in, getting the signs. We'll see how he approaches this with a runner on third, but 2 outs against. The first pitch in there for a strike, beautifully positioned. The 0-1 pitch comes in, floater, but not quite catching the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Checks off the runner at 3 and gets set to throw the 1-1 pitch. That one outside fastball, not quite catching the zone like the first pitch did. Taking his time with it, slowing down the pace just a bit is Hepburn. Looking in, set to deliver the 2-1 pitch with the windup. That one hit hard up to center field. Going back on it is the center fielder, camped under, will make the grab. That will end the top half of the 6th inning. 1 run allowed from Waterloo. 5-4. Waterloo's going to have to bring it in the bottom half.
to bat, Jaden Kemp.
Jaden Kemp making his way up to lead off the bottom half of the 6th inning. Defensive.
Field, Agnes Hansen.
Making some defensive changes are the Marauders. New left fielder in. That one chopped hard to the third base side, but foul. Kemp making his way back to the box now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be messed up because there's 2 A's.
Yeah, I'm just gonna write 8 here and then do the 10.
Yeah.
The 0-1 pitch in from Coleman. That one also down the third base line. That one rocketed down, just not quite there. A little early on it, Kemp. No balls, 2 strikes. No outs recorded just yet. Coleman now with the 0-2 pitch. That one floated up top. Called for a ball from the umpire.
He didn't get a slider anywhere near his zone though. No, at least out of the 2 he's thrown. 67.
That one not finding the zone either. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs against. Working his way back into the count here is Kemp. Coleman now with the count evened up. Throws it up top again. Kemp working his way all the way into a full count after fouling off the first 2 pitches. 3-2 now to Coleman. Kemp has him in a position he wants him. Wind going out to dead center, center right. As Coleman now gets into his 3-2. That one swung on and floated to the second base side. Takes a weird spin and will be an infield single for Kemp. Those balls that just come off the inside of the bat definitely have a mind of their own, and that one did itself. Second baseman not quite able to make the play on it, and he will end up on for safe. Spencer Voisin coming up now. A pinch runner coming out for Jaden Kemp. That'll be Owen Coyle.
Owen Coyle.
Owen Coyle making his way out to the first base bag to pinch run for Jaden Kemp, making his way on safe, making his way on first safe with a single. Sending out Spencer Voisin. Waterloo working with a 1-run deficit, looking to get back into this one and bringing out a big base stealer, exactly what they needed. Wind still going out to center field. Throw back over to 1, not in time from Coleman.
That is so accurate. What do you think that was, Coach? Faster than 60? I don't know,
Voisin set to receive the first pitch of the at-bat. Coleman about to enter his windup here. He will not. He'll throw back over to 1, and that one is in time, apparently. Recording an out at first is Coleman on the pickoff move, looked just like that first one, but hey, when he gets him, he gets him.
Oh my Calvin!
Voisin now fouls off the first pitch he sees with no one on base and 1 out against. Definitely was a close call at 1, not quite on the cameras properly, couldn't quite see it anyways if it was on the camera.
It's hard to say.
As the 0-1 pitch in from Coleman swung on and missed. That was definitely a mood shifter for the Waterloo Warriors, so you just got to hope the dugout keeps the energy up for the boys. As getting the bats going again after that's going to be a little tough. As Voisin's in there now with the 0-2 and watches that one go inside and get called a strike from the umpire. There's 2 quick outs against. The strikeout pitch inside and gets called either way throughout the afternoon, bringing up Sam Grant, the replacement at shortstop. 2 outs against, no runners on in our 5-4 ball game. First pitch into him, a bunt attempt. That one straight down and will be a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Wind going out to center field, and you can just feel the energy just shift completely as that one skips off the ground about a foot in front of the plate, and will be a ball. Sam Grant looking to get the Warriors back into this one and get the energy back rolling. 1-1's the count against him. Outside again, he'll watch that one. 2-1's the count. Waterloo needs a base runner here just to get something going and just to get their minds back on scoring runs. Marauders pitcher Collings on the mound. 2-1 pitch in up top. That one's watched for 3-1. Sam Grant has it where he wants to after the bunt attempt on the first pitch. We get the chant coming for the 3-1 from the dugout. This is a huge pitch here. Comes in and no swing from Sam Grant. He'll walk and end up on base. Exactly what Waterloo needed here with 2 outs against. Bringing up the third baseman, Liam Kelly, left-handed batter, trying to keep the Waterloo Warriors into this one. 2 outs against in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Not their last attempts here, as we will get to see a 7th if this is it, but he will be replaced. Sam Shepard coming in to bat for him, and
Sam Shepard off to bat.
We'll see what he can do here. The righty coming up with a smile on his face and a chance to get this thing going. Runner on first base after a walk is not Liam Kelly. Liam Kelly just got replaced. First pitch into Sam Shepard, big swing, and fouls it off. 1 strike against now. Throw it back. Not in time to get Sam Grant over at first. Sam Shepard are going to cash him and tie this thing up as he'll swing through that one, setting up an 0-2 count. Coleman doing what he wants to on the mound right now. Pitch in and hit hard to the third base side. He'll pick it up and throw over to one that's not picked up from the first baseman, and that will be an infield single on a sharply hit ground ball to the third base side. Sam Shepard safe.
Nolan Misa.
I'll bring up Nolan Misa with 2 on, and did have a good piece of hitting earlier, bringing home some runs, but we'll see. He has to do it in the clutch here. 2 outs and 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position at least in our 5-4 ball game. Marauders up right now. As Coleman looks in, the wind is picking up to right center. First pitch a little down and no swing from Misa. He's being a little more selective on it. With 2 outs, he's going to have to be. I think he's going to get the Waterloo Warriors back into this one. The second pitch of the at-bat, after checking off the runner on 2, finds its way to the outside part of the plate and just catches it. 1-1's the count.
Crazy to think that Coleman's throwing changeups harder than both of our fastballs.
Nolan Misa set to receive the pitch.
Crazy and also true.
Coleman checking on the runner on 2 a few times, pitches it, and then that one went grounded to 3. Another chance for that third baseman, and he'll pick it up. And this one, the pick made, out called by the umpire. Inning over as we head to the top half of the 7th inning. Our last inning, 5-4 ball game for the Marauders.
Defensive substitution, Alessandro Strazzeri for Spencer Boysen in right field.
Strazzeri making his way out to right field, replacing Spencer Boysen. Hepburn will remain on the mound.
Another defensive substitution, Josh Sinclair for Liam Kelly at third base, and Nolan Mesa for Jaden Kemp at first base.
Nolan Mesa making his way out to first base, replacing Jaden Kemp, and at third base, replacing Liam Kelly, is Josh Sinclair.
Now batting for the Marauders, Anthony Paulowick.
Paulowick coming up for the Marauders in what could be our last inning here at Jack Couch Park. The boys, Waterloo Warriors, down 5-4 here, as Hepburn remains on the mound as we're in the top half of the 7th inning. First pitch in is fouled up to the home team dugout and into the crowd, out of play. Quick strike call for Hepburn. As he got set to continue working here. Second pitch in, just down low, not called a strike from the umpire. Not giving many calls the Waterloo Warrior way, but Waterloo working through it and staying in this game, and that one also down low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Hepburn now with the 2-1 pitch. That one swung on and hit up to center, and a bat flip on it. Scrubsky will camp under it at 2 and make the play, looking healthy. Not sure why he flipped his bat like that, but that's the first out of the 7th inning.
Up to bat, McLean Van Ray.
McLean Van Ray making his way up now. 1 out recorded in the 7th inning. I'm used to not having to do the bottom half of these. As the first pitch comes in well inside, and it's called ball. Umpire returning to his position as we set to play ball. No runners on, 1 out, 1 ball. Second pitch in, outside, not quite finding the zone. Two balls, no strikes. 1 out for Hepburn as he gets comfortable on the mound, facing off against Van Ray. That one up top as well. 3 balls, no strikes. That one yanked outside. Walk on 4 balls. 1 runner on first, and
up to bat. Kayan Ellison.
Coming up for the Marauders, Kayan Ellison. The right-handed batter looks to face off against Hepburn. Pitch down to first base, not in time. Not enough to get him. He gets his foot on the bag beforehand. I'm not too sure where that pitch ended up, what the call was on that. I don't know if that was a strike or a ball. Just wait, yeah. 1 ball, no strikes. That one just not finding the zone. Runner goes from First to second, the throw down from Seelman. Skrupsky not applying the tag in time. A few of these looked pretty close, though. That one, I'm pretty sure, also a ball. Not too sure. Two balls, no strikes. Runner on two now. Just one out recorded in what could be the last inning this defense sees, as that one gets skied up past Sam Grant at short. Runners will remain on first and second. Still no outs. It's still just the one out recorded, as the throw in was ill-advised. A run will score. Marauders making it 6-4 as the run goes to 2. Throw in from left field, ill-advised and just missing the target. Sixth fourth ball game now. Waterloo digging themselves a bigger hole here. It's not even their own, not even the faults of the pitches and bats. It's just themselves. It's a mental mistake that you cannot be making in the final stretches of close games like this. One out still is what's recorded. As the first pitch in, outside for a ball. 2. Mead for the Marauders. Hepburn looks in and gets his signs. Throw in, runner goes from second to third. Throw down, will miss. Sinclair at third. That'll be another run coming in for free for this Marauders team. Bases will clear. One run remains on the board, and Marauders up 3. 1-1's the count. At least that pitch was a strike call. Strike call against Mead on the ill-advised throw down to third. Runners very aggressive for the Marauders here, as they're playing with a 1-run lead to go into this thing and have scored 2. But now Mead has 1 ball, 2 strikes against. As the pitch from Hepburn hits Mead and puts a runner on base. Definitely not what you want to see with 2 strikes against. Quick little mound visit here from the Waterloo Warriors. Just going to talk it out a bit with Hepburn and make sure his mind is still in the game, as he's been losing it a bit in this 7th inning of work. He was excellent in the 6th, but trying to get him back here. Mound visit over. The Waterloo defenders will return to their positions.
Up to bat, Nicholas Veloci.
As Veloci comes up for the Marauders. Throw over to 1, not in time to catch this speedy Mead. Veloci at the mound Veloci at the dish hasn't seen a pitch quite yet. That one in, fouled. Hit hard down the third base side, not foul, just hugging the foul line. Runner goes from first to third on that one, and there will be a double for Veloci, the leadoff batter for the Marauders. Brings up Mejia. Chance to really do some work here. Runners on second and third and 1 out. Mejia finding himself in an opportune position for the Marauders here to really blow this one open after Waterloo wins 9-2 in the first ball game. That one hit hard into left center gap. That one going back. Both defenders coming in on it, and the center fielder Leatherman will make the grab on it. The throw over to third base, not in time. Veloci going from second to third, not happy as Hepburn, as another run will score and the runner will end up on third. 1 out recorded at least on that one. 2 outs, runner on third, and now an 8-4 ball game. Waterloo digging themselves into a 4-run deficit.
Up to bat. Magnus Henson.
that one skied up immediately. First pitch coming in on it is the left fielder. Shepard will make the grab and ends the inning. Waterloo going into what could be their final inning of work with a 4-run deficit, 8-4 for the Marauders.
Now pitching, Noah Long.
Noah Law coming out to pitch for the Marauders. A couple other defensive changes will happen. Not sure if we will be able to report all of them, as there's a lot.
Now batting for your Waterloo Warriors, Adam Leatherland.
Leatherland making his way up here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. What could be the final 3 outs for the Waterloo Warrior. They got to come back from 4 runs down. Starts now with Leatherland. Left-handed bat making his way up. Umpire says play ball. We got a new pitcher for the Marauders. Noah Law throws the first pitch down and away to Leatherland. That's 1 ball, no strikes. Definitely feel the tension here in the game, as not very often this season have the Warriors come down to a situation like this where they are on their heels and the game is coming to them. Backs are against the wall. What are they going to do? Not very often in their 11-2 record does this happen, as that one is watched up top. 2-1 is the count. Leatherland, the leadoff batter, just trying to make his way onto base. Get Evan Morrison up after him and get something going as he hits that one hard in the left field side, but right to the fielder. He couldn't have hit that one more on the money, but more right to him. First out recorded in the 7th inning.
Now bat, Evan Morrison.
Evan Morrison, the left-handed hitter, now making his way up, trying to make something happen here and get the game going for the Waterloo Warriors. 1 out recorded in the bottom half of the 7th inning in what could be the Waterloo Warriors' last chance. Lefty batter coming up after having a good day on the mound, throwing some good pitches. First pitch in from Law will be called strike. Bat not leaving the shoulder of Morrison. Law looks to get into his windup, and that one inside, not called a strike this time. 1-1's the count, 1 out. Morrison trying to get something going here for the Warriors. 1-1 pitch in, that one chopped to the third base side. That'll be a hard play, barehanded grab and a throw over. An incredible play made by the Marauder defense, barehanding it and then cutting it over, beating Morrison just by a step there. And the Waterloo Warriors now down to their final chance. 2 outs recorded for the Marauders. Sealman coming up to hopefully not be the last at bat of the game. Law now with the first pitch in. That one swung on and will be the game. Chops it off the plate and picked up by the catcher, apparently crossing the plane and ending the game 8-4 against your Waterloo Warriors. The Marauders come in and go 1-1. Waterloo take the first one big time. Can't quite get the second one. We will be seeing you guys in our next action of OUA baseball. Thank you for joining us.